Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we shall continue from where we stopped in our introduction to Python basics. In this video we'll talk about loops. I will just discuss loops. I will not write so much about it because if I delve into the basics of Python, we might have a very long collection of playlists, and I want to avoid that because in except for the Flutter apps application, I have tried to keep the videos for each playlist to the bare minimum. So please bear with me. I will strongly advise that you pick up a crash course by Corey Schaefer, or you could buy something on Udemy, and I really recommend Code Steel. It was really he really broke it down so it can make you understand Code Steel in case my pronunciation is bad. This is it, Code Steel on Udemy. Sorry if this looks like I'm actually advertising, but I actually want you to get the best, and this really benefited me when I was learning, so I would recommend it. And I don't think I can spell Corey's name, so I think it's Corey Schaefer. Oh God, I've murdered this gentleman's name, but I know it's Corey. So probably once you start typing it will bring it out on YouTube. So for those that are ready to commit to buying a material, they can buy one from Cold Steel. It's really nice. So that being said, let's get back to it. So we will talk about simple functions, writing simple functions. To start a function, you need this keyword called def. So let's say add number, for instance, add number. So you collect let's say you collect two numbers, call A and B, right? You can decide to return A plus B, right? Now, this example will basically collect any two numbers and return the addition of those two numbers, okay? So now, in this particular case, we could test this would work, and let's just quickly test it. Let's just call the variable test, because when you are returning, it means you have a value to put in it, so you have to assign that particular function to a variable. This introduction is a bit high level, and I'm sorry for that, but I do not want, except you want me to create a separate course on introduction to Python. But to learn more about Python, I still do not forget I told you about these two people. So we could do this, and we'll put those values in it. Let's say we want to add 5 and 10 together. So with this, we can then say print test. And when we run this now, we have 15. It has done 5 plus 10. Right. But if we say things like, if we say something like print A plus B, let me cut this and paste it inside. If we say print A plus B, we do not need to assign this to, we do not need to assign that function to a variable, because it would ideally just print out anything on its own. So we can just remove this and comment this out because we don't need it either, and run this. We have the same thing. It will return 15 for us because the function inside is just printing out whatever has been the addition of whatever has been supplied into it. So you should watch it when you're using a print statement or a return statement in your method. And the final thing that we'll talk about in we're so fast about it in the introduction is the class method, is the class object. So let's say we have a login. No, let's say class calculator, class arithmetic is better. So let's do a class arithmetic. So in this class, what we just want to do, let me write pass here. When you see pass, it means that you might have created a block of code that you don't have the necessary steps to write next. If you write pass, it will allow the Python interpreter to just pause on it and not do any action on that particular class or method that you're trying to write. So now, in the class object, we need to define what a class is. Now, how can I define it? I've defined it before in Java, but how can I define it here again in another style that people will probably understand? So I would want to define a class as a blueprint. Yes, let's define it as a blueprint. It is a blueprint to help you create an application or probably a, a to help you create something wonderful, for lack of better words. So let me give you an example. So imagine if there's a new bank and it has to register new customers. And for every time it has to register new customers, of course, it has to create a new account. But imagine if this account, it has to have a debit ability, credit ability, right? And an ability to at least check withdrawals, check transaction histories, and also check the balance of the account. So imagine if for every customer that comes, this has to be done one after the other. It will create a lot of problem for people, for the customer service that is going to create the account. But what if there's a blueprint for creating an account? So all you just need to do is collect the information from that from the prospective customer, fill the information inside, and click the button create, and all the attributes that the customer needs will be assigned to the customer as a new customer with the bank. That is an easier explanation, right? That makes it easier for the customer care tool to be able to create it. So that is what a class will ideally do. It creates a template for you to be able to make a repetitive action on so many things that you need to do. So let's use this class arithmetic as an example. What we want to do, which will be in the next video, the class arithmetic in the next, because I don't want it to be too long. What we want to do is just to create a simple addition and a subtraction, just for the sake of class, and try to use the class to work and see what happens. So if you've gotten this far with me, please do not forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Thank you very much for getting this far with me again. I really appreciate it, and I'm not taking it for granted. And please hit the notification bell, because I will still be doing more videos on automation of web applications and also of mobile applications, as well as APIs. Bye bye.